In today's video, we're taking a look at how to repair your outdoor faucet, easy and simple. This is so easy, anyone could do. Everything that we use on the video, we're going to leave a link on the description and related videos as well. So every time you open that outdoor faucet, you see a leak. Either when it's closed or when it's open. But that's not all. Every day you notice it gets bigger and bigger. So now that it's finally hit your water bill and you notice that your water faucet has its own pool where it hangs out every day. Meanwhile, you have to go to work. Don't worry. Today we're going to show that faucet who's the real boss. The first thing that we want to do is shut off the water, because the last thing you want is to make that pool a lot bigger. Then we want to remove any water hoses connected to the faucet. Then we want to open the faucet to make sure we don't have no water on the line. And the first thing that we're going to need from your DIY toolbox is two pliers. The first one is to hold the faucet in place, and the other one to remove the nut that holds the other half of the faucet. A pro tip, soaking the faucet with WD-40 overnight can help you loosen the nut a lot easier. But you know how we do in the StatUpBox team. We just soaked it a few seconds ago. Let's go ahead and get our first plier to hold the faucet, because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day is to twist the nut and break the whole faucet off, and going from a job that only costs a couple of cents to having to call the pros. And you know, when we say pro, we're still talking about you. Now with the second plier, we're gonna go ahead and place it over the nut. And meanwhile we hold the first plier so the faucet won't move, we call in our inner Hulk and loosen the nut. Remember, that nut could be in there for 10, 20, 30, 40, or even more years. So this is the day where you show the world that everything you ate in Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all those holidays was not to hibernate, but for this moment. And now that it's loose, you can show off using your finger strength. And now we have two choices. You can either get a faucet repair kit, or now that you have the other half of the faucet in your hands, you can go to the hardware store and just get the oil rings or gaskets that your particular faucet may need. And depending where you have the leak is the ring or gasket that you're gonna change. If you have a top leak at the handle, then you want to replace the top one. If you have a leak at the bottom from the faucet, then you want to replace the one at the bottom. But a pro tip, after all this work, it's better just to replace both of them. This particular faucet has two screws, one that holds the handle, and that's the first one that we're going to remove. We're going to take our two pliers and loosen the other nut that holds our top ring or gasket. Then by turning it around, we have access now to the second screw. We go ahead and remove that one. We can remove the old gasket or O-ring. Now we compare the old one to our kit and get the correct one, or take them both to the hardware store and buy the new ones. In this kit, we have the O-ring and a new screw. So we're gonna replace both of them. And now we're just gonna do everything backwards. We place the O-ring or gasket and then we place the screw. And once you fill it tight, that's good enough. You don't want to over tighten it and rip the O-ring. Even though that you're the strongest man or woman or both or none in this planet, you don't want to show off that strength right now. Now we can go back to the top nut. As you can see, and knowing that this house was built on the 80s, you can see what water has done to it. In some cases, you might need a knife or blade or flathead screwdriver to remove stuck on dirt, grime, the disintegrated gasket or O-ring. Once again, we compare it to the kit or take it to the hardware store and get the new one. And now, doing everything backwards, we go ahead and rebuild it. And now that you have a degree in reverse DIY engineering, we can go ahead and take the other half to the other half. And remembering, when tightening, you don't want to over tighten it. Once you feel the first stop, that should be enough. Now you could turn on the water again. This is when you call Sherlock to keep an eye on the faucet. Meanwhile, you turn the water back on just in case all hell breaks loose. But here at the StatUpBox team, we're confident you did a great job. So pat yourself in the back and get yourself an ice cold bubbly glass of sparkling water. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either anyone at the StatUpBox team or anyone on the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.